Hi guys and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about GoreTex. We're going to be looking at how it works, where it comes from, and also the different types of GoreTex that are available to you. And then at the end of the video we're looking at which one might be perfect for you. GoreTex was founded in 1958 by Bill and Viv Gore in their basement below their property. In just 11 years, Gore grew in popularity and it went from their basement all the way to the moon. We see GoreTex in a number of different products, from gloves to jackets and even in footwear. GoreTex is a 100% waterproof membrane. A square inch of GoreTex membrane has 9 billion pores. Each of these tiny holes is 20,000 times smaller than a droplet of water. That makes this waterproof membrane 100% waterproof. What makes GoreTex so special though, not only is it 100% waterproof, but it is also breathable. These holes are still big enough to allow water vapour to escape. In fact, each one of those billions of pores is also 700 times bigger than a water vapour molecule, which is just a nice way of talking about sweat. It means that when you're working hard and your temperature is rising, the sweat can escape the jacket and create a much nicer environment within your clothing. So at the time of filming this video, there are 6 different types of GoreTex. We've got GoreTex Performance, GoreTex Pro, GoreTex PACLITE, GoreTex Windstopper, and then we've also got GoreTex Shake Dry and GoreTex Active. We're going to be talking about the first 4 today because they're the ones we keep here at Taunton Leisure. It's also worth noting there are different construction types when it comes to GoreTex as well. So we actually have 2-layer, 2.5 layer and 3-layer Gore constructions. We're going to come on to those a bit later on as they come up when we're looking at the jackets and the different types of GoreTex membrane. So to start with, we're going to look at Gore Performance, and I've got a jacket either side of me that uses Gore Performance, but they use them in slightly different ways. So we'll start on this side, and this is a GoreTex Performance jacket that's using a 3-layer construction. So it's got an outer material, it's then got your GoreTex, and then it's got an inner lining as well, and those are all sandwiched and glued together. So nothing moves independently of each other. What this does is it gives you a really durable, long-lasting finish on the jacket. So you've got a nice durable outer and also a durable inner, which protects the membrane nicely and keeps this jacket going for a really long time. The process of laminating those 3 layers together is quite expensive, so you find that a 3-layer version of Gore Performance is a bit more than its 2-layer partner over here. But it's going to last you longer, it's a more durable jacket, and they're often far more in tune with sort of trekking, hiking and mountaineering. They tend to be a bit more durable in the shoulder areas for carrying heavy packs, and they tend to give you a slightly higher feature set. So things like AquaGuard zips and pit zips, fully adjustable hoods that are helmet compatible, and the list goes on. Moving across, we're still seeing Gore Performance. You're still getting that really high level of dependency that you expect from GoreTex and that breathability, but it's constructed in a slightly different way. So it starts off very similar to what we have behind me. We have our face fabric, our outer fabric, which we can see, which is this dark blue colouring here. Laminated to that, or stuck to that, is your Gore Performance membrane, and that's where it changes a little bit. After that, instead of having a liner, which is stuck to those layers, we have a free-floating inner. What this does is it brings the cost down a little bit, and it also makes the jacket a little bit more comfortable to wear. So you'll see in this BERGHAUS here, we have a nice soft liner here, which is completely independent of the membrane itself. We will show you a close-up just so you can see that. So because this is a slightly cheaper process, it makes the jacket a little bit more affordable, and it also makes it a little bit more comfortable against the skin. The downsides to this is it's not quite as durable, and these jackets don't tend to be designed for quite such serious use. So you can still go hiking and things in this, that's not an issue, and it's perfect for day walking, for walking the dog, woodland walks, but maybe not quite as orientated towards your multi-day trekking with a heavy pack and sort of your proper mountain walking. However, because it's a slightly more comfortable thing to wear, especially against the skin, so if you're wearing a t-shirt and just your coat, it's a slightly nicer thing to wear, it does make it a really nice around town jacket. So it's a balance really in deciding what you want from your jacket. If you're a really serious hiker and you really enjoy going out and doing multi-day treks with quite a heavy pack, carrying all your stuff you need, then going for a 3-layer construction in Gore Performance is probably a better option for you. However, if you like going out, walking your dog, a bit of woodland walking, a bit of moorland walking, but the chance of you staying out overnight or carrying a really heavy pack is very slim, then going for a 2-layer construction will not only save you a little bit of money, but it'll be a little bit more comfortable against the skin. So beside me we have a PACLITE jacket, and PACLITE represents Gore-Tex's lightest weight and most packable membrane possible. So what you're getting here is a really lightweight, very small pack-sized jacket that's incredibly convenient to carry. The downsides to this is that it's not as durable as some of the other options we've looked at, and that's simply because the denier fabric on the outside of these jackets isn't quite as robust, it's not quite as high, and that's simply to allow this jacket to still be packed down into a nice, convenient, small size. PACLITE jackets are a 2.5 layer construction, so you've got your outer material, your denier, your outer fabric, the one we can see here on the jacket. Then stuck to that is your GoreTex PACLITE membrane, and then sprayed or painted on the inside is a scrim liner, which we'll show you a close-up of, but you can see just here. What that does is it adds an extra layer of durability, so we're still getting a nice durable jacket, although it's a lighter weight option. And that scrim liner just helps keep off oils from your skin from hitting the membrane, and also adds another little layer of protection without having to add a full layer, which is obviously going to add more weight. The whole idea with PACLITE is keeping this jacket as lightweight as possible. In terms of usage, PACLITE sits in a little bit of a funny area. It can be used for a variety of things. It's definitely a really good jacket to have in your pack just in case you think you need it. So if you're going out for a day walk and the weather looks a little bit changeable and you want something a little bit lighter in your bag, you just want it there if you need to throw it on, a really nice option. It's a great option for anyone looking for a jacket that they want to take into an urban environment, whether that's commuting to work or if you're going into the city and you think it might rain. Because it's so light and it packs down so small, it's incredibly convenient to carry. And then it also sits really well for your hikers and cyclists as well, whether that's a layer that you've got on from the start, or if you think you're going out for a day hike and you want a bit of extra protection but you don't want to wear it immediately and you don't want it to be taking up a really large amount of space in your bag, then a PACLITE jacket would be a really good option. The place that this doesn't sort of necessarily sit very well is when you're doing your multi-day treks. If you're going out for sort of a night out on the hill and you want to keep it nice and light, then this can still be a good option. But if you're really into your multi-day trekking and hiking and you're often carrying a heavy pack, these jackets aren't designed to be as durable across the shoulders, so that friction and that wear point might cause you an issue. So it's not necessarily designed to be used on a regular basis with a heavy pack, but it can be used for sort of a night out on the hill. So in terms of price, PACLITE is sitting sort of middle of the field. It's certainly not GoreTex Pro prices, but it is a little bit more expensive than a 2-layer GoreTex jacket. And you are paying a little bit for that convenience and for that weight saving as well. So it's sitting right there in the middle. Okay, so next we're going to be talking about GoreTex Pro, which is GoreTex's premium membrane. It really is the best in the range. It offers a really high level of durability, the highest level of breathability. It is still 100% waterproof, and it also packs a lot of those premium features you're after when you're looking at a Gore Pro jacket. Because GoreTex Pro is held to such a high standard, any jacket that's built using the GoreTex Pro membrane is independently checked and verified by GoreTex to make sure it's up to their high standards. In order to use GoreTex Pro, you have to use the denier fabric on the outer of the jacket that is between 20 and 200 to make sure that the jacket itself can withstand the same level of abuse and use as the membrane itself. Because of these factors, GoreTex Pro is the most expensive out of the GoreTex membranes, so you will be paying a premium for a GoreTex Pro jacket. However, you are getting obviously a very premium jacket that's perfect for anything from hill walking and mountaineering to ice climbing and winter trekking. GoreTex Pro also uses a 3-layer construction. So we have our outer material, which is a nice heavy denier face fabric to protect the membrane from the external elements. Then we have the GoreTex attached to that. And then on the inside, we have an inner layer as well, which we'll just show you here, like so. And that protects the GoreTex from the inside as well. And that's not just protecting it from sort of scuffs and scrapes, but also the oils that your body is creating when it's working hard, especially if you're using this as an active jacket. We find that on the Gore Pro jackets, this internal lining is a little bit shinier, and what it does is it glides over clothing a little bit better. Because this jacket's designed to be layered up, especially in cold environments, it means it's a lot easier to get on and off over the top of multiple layers. And then finally we've got GoreTex Windstopper, also known as GoreTex Infinium, and what this is a fully windproof jacket. So this is a little bit different to what we've looked at with the other jackets, because obviously this one is not designed to be waterproof, but instead to keep the wind off of you. You do get a little bit of protection from a light shower. This is similar to what you'd get from a soft shell that we've discussed in another video. I'll pop that one just up there for you. But it's not designed to keep the rain off, but instead keep the wind off and keep you warm. The outer of this tends to be very similar to your soft shell. You've then got your Gore Infinium lining, which is what's going to keep the wind off. And then on the inside of these jackets, you tend to have a third layer, which is normally an insulated layer, so something like a fleece construction, which we'll show you a close-up of there. These jackets are really good for anyone that wants a nice warm layer that's going to keep off a light shower. If you're going into town and you don't know if it's going to rain, or you don't think it's going to rain, but you don't want to get caught out, this is a slightly more comfortable layer to wear compared to sort of a Gore-Tex jacket, just because it's a little bit softer, it's a little bit stretchier. It just is a slightly nicer thing to wear, especially if you're not looking for sort of 100% protection from the elements. So it definitely has a place. On a breezy day climbing up a mountain, this could be a really nice layer, or even just commuting to work when you want a little bit of extra warmth. So that was a quick overview of the different types of Gore-Tex you can expect to find here at Taunton Leisure. Which one you go for is very much down to you, but it's really worthwhile noting down what you want from your jacket, and that will be a really good way of determining which one to go for. If you're looking for something really lightweight and packable, then there's no doubt that PACLITE is the best option. If you're looking for a jacket for around town and the occasional hill walking session, and weight isn't a big issue, then going for a two-layer Gore-Tex jacket would be a nice option as well. If you want something that's a little bit more durable and you're starting to head more towards your serious sort of hill walking and multi-day trekking, then going for a three-layer Gore might be a really good option for you. And if you want the top of the range performance, then Gore Pro is the best one for you. If you've got any questions in relation to Gore-Tex or any of the jackets you've seen in this video, please feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section. As always, it really helps if you like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.